Baby, I have been holding this inside for so long, and I honestly do not know how to begin without my heart shaking a little. There is something I want to tell you, something I have carried quietly, carefully, almost like a fragile secret wrapped inside my soul. But before I say anything else, I need you to promise me one thing. Please do not spread this, not because it is something shameful, not because it is wrong, but because some things are too precious to survive the noise of too many voices, and this. This is precious to me. You see, people think they know what love looks like. They think it is loud. They think it arrives with grand speeches, dramatic moments, perfect timing, and magical endings. But nobody ever talks about the quiet kind of feeling. The kind that slowly grows without permission. The kind that settles deep into your chest and refuses to leave no matter how much you try to ignore it. That is what happened to me. It happened slowly, unexpectedly, without warning, and somehow. It happened because of you. I did not notice it at first. Maybe because I never planned for it. Maybe because I convinced myself that feelings like this only happen in stories. Maybe because I thought I was stronger than emotions that could turn ordinary moments into memories I replay over and over again. But then something changed. Little things started feeling different. Your words stayed in my mind longer than they should have. Your presence started feeling familiar, comforting in a way I could not explain. Even silence felt softer when I imagined you somewhere in this world, existing, breathing, living your life. And suddenly, without realizing it, you mattered. More than I expected, more than I wanted to admit, more than I was prepared for. That scared me. Because caring deeply about someone means giving them the power to affect your heart, and hearts are strange things, aren't they? They are brave one moment and terrified the next. They can hold hope and fear at the same time. They can feel full and broken without warning, and Mine started whispering your name in places where silence used to live. I know this sounds dramatic, maybe even unbelievable, but I promised myself that if I ever told you the truth, I would tell it honestly. No pretending, no hiding, no filters, just truth. And the truth is, you became important to me in ways I never expected. Not because you tried, not because you forced anything, but simply because of who you are. Maybe it is the way your energy lingers, maybe it is the way certain moments suddenly feel brighter, maybe it is because there is something about you that feels strangely familiar, like a song I somehow knew before I ever heard it. I cannot explain it perfectly. I wish I could. I wish there was a formula for emotions. I wish there were exact words for feelings that live somewhere between admiration, comfort, hope, and something deeper that I am still trying to understand. But feelings are messy, and real things usually are. Sometimes I wonder if you even realize how much impact you have. How one conversation can stay in someone's heart for days. How one memory can quietly replay at midnight. How one person can unknowingly become someone else's favorite thought. Life is strange like that. One minute you are completely fine. The next minute someone walks into your emotional world and changes the atmosphere without even trying. And suddenly, Songs feel different, nights feel longer, silence feels louder, and your heart starts paying attention in ways it never used to. I never wanted to become vulnerable. I never wanted to care so deeply that someone's absence could feel heavier than their words. But here I am, telling you everything I tried not to say, because hiding things becomes exhausting after a while. Pretending becomes tiring, and silence becomes painful. So here it is, the truth I have protected for so long. You matter to me, deeply, more deeply than I usually allow anyone to matter. And maybe I should have stayed quiet, maybe keeping this inside would have been safer. But some truths eventually become too heavy to carry alone. And this truth, it has lived in my heart for longer than I expected. Please understand something. This is not pressure. This is not expectation. I am not asking for promises. I am not asking for forever. I am simply being honest. Because honesty feels better than pretending everything is ordinary when nothing feels ordinary anymore. And maybe you have felt something too. Or maybe you have not. Maybe I am just someone speaking from a place of emotion while the world continues moving normally around us. That is okay, really. Feelings are not transactions. You cannot demand them, you cannot negotiate them, you can only tell the truth and trust whatever happens next. But there is one thing I hope you know, you are appreciated more than you realize. Sometimes people never hear the things they deserve to hear. Sometimes people walk around not knowing how deeply they matter, not knowing how much light they accidentally bring into someone's life, not knowing how unforgettable they quietly became. And maybe that is why I needed to say this. Because life is uncertain, moments disappear, people drift. Time changes everything, and I did not want time to pass without at least telling you what has been sitting quietly in my heart. You crossed my mind more times than I can count. You became part of random moments, a song, a memory, a quiet evening, a passing thought, and somehow, you stayed. That means something, at least to me. Sometimes I wonder if destiny laughs at us, if it quietly watches people trying to act normal while emotions secretly grow underneath the surface. Because if someone had told me earlier that I would feel this way, I probably would have laughed. I would have said impossible. Not me, not now, not like this. But emotions never ask permission, they arrive. And suddenly they are everywhere, in conversations, in pauses, in memories, in hopes. And maybe that is the scary part. Caring means risking disappointment. Being honest means risking misunderstanding. Opening your heart means accepting uncertainty. But hiding forever feels worse, so I chose honesty. I chose truth. Even if it shakes a little while being spoken, even if my heart feels nervous, even if part of me worries this changes everything, because some people become impossible to stay silent about, and maybe, just maybe, you became one of those people for me. Still, please do not spread this, not because I am embarrassed, but because vulnerability deserves kindness. And trust deserves protection. I am telling you. Something real, something private, something honest. And honesty feels sacred. The world already has enough fake things, enough pretending, enough people hiding what they really feel. I did not want to become one of them. So here I am, heart open, words unfiltered, truth finally spoken. Maybe tomorrow everything feels the same, maybe nothing changes, maybe life simply continues, but at least now you know, at least now the silence is gone, at least now there are no hidden feelings pretending to be invisible, and if you ever wonder whether someone genuinely cared, whether someone quietly appreciated your existence more than they admitted, whether someone looked at ordinary moments and somehow found traces of you inside them, the answer is yes, absolutely yes, because somewhere along the way, without warning, without permission, you became important, and that is the secret I wanted to tell you. The one I carried quietly, the one I protected, the one my heart kept repeating when everything else felt uncertain. So, baby, now you know, just please, keep it between us.